Let's kick this off with a very relatable story. A woman who married a ghost said she's divorcing him. Talk about serving papers in thin air. This is Barcade. What? Barcade says she met the ghoul after it, quote, burst into her bedroom, but after the wedding, things went downhill, unquote. Barcade says she got tired of his inconsistency. Imagine getting ghosted by a ghost. Not to be jealous of a ghost, but to disappear during an argument. There's quite a few red flags here. We can agree on that. But the good news in this is she got a divorce. She divorced the ghoul. This sounds like a Scooby-Doo episode. Look out, ghouls and gals. This story fascinated me so much, I went down the ADHD rabbit hole of people marrying objects or peculiar things. So now I want you to meet Amy Wolf. Amy is a church organist, and she's also married to the Magic Carpet theme park ride. She plays hymns by day and rides her husband at night. Amy, who looks so happy, by the way. I mean, if that's the secret to happiness is marrying a theme park ride, maybe I need to get me some tickets to Epic Universe. Amy says she sleeps with the picture of her husband, which remember is the Magic Carpet theme park ride, on her ceiling. And she carries some nuts and bolts in her pocket so she can think of him. Speaking of nuts and bolts, today's video is sponsored by LUME, the deodorant you can put anywhere, from your underarms to your undercarriage. And yes, ladies, you can even spray your toes with this. I personally spray the underboob area because, not to brag, if I don't, when I go to the gym, I'm going to smell like a bag of onions that has been sitting in the hot Texas sun for 5 consecutive years. Personal favorite is the spray. I just started using this, but I have used this deodorant for the last 4 years. Pretend my clothes are off. You just do this. And this, get those toes. LUME was invented by OBGYN Shannon Klingman and controls odor for up to 72 hours, which, fun fact, is longer than most of my relationships in my 20s. So whether you're on a roller coaster or just trying to survive the summer, please spray yourself, wipe yourself, or even rub yourself. My favorite scent is the soft powder in the invisible spray. It's a very mild scent. It's not overpowering. If you're not sure what to try, may I suggest the starter pack. You get the full-size stick, the tube to rub on yourself in between your toes, or you can get my favorite, the spray. Easier to spray the toes and the intimate parts. Spray it up, girl. And you'll also get 2 mini products, like the mini body wash or the mini wipes. Free shipping on that. And for being here for this super high quality program, you can get an extra $5 off by clicking the link in the description box. That's downstairs. And you'll enter code Brittnee in checkout. Just make sure you're spelling it right. That, ghouls and gals, that's over 40% off. So thanks again to LUME for being the first ever sponsor on this, whatever this is. Now let's get back to people marrying objects. This man found someone who agrees with him 100% of the time. He married himself. In his wedding ceremony, he had a full cardboard-sized cutout picture of himself in a wedding dress, and over 100 friends and family attended this ceremony. I don't do anything half as weird as that, and I don't even have 100 friends. This does seem like a personal crisis, as if he went to therapy and the therapist says, "Sir, the answer to all your problems is to just love yourself more." And he said, "Say less. You want to come to my wedding?" Amanda Liberty found someone who really lights up her life. She is the lucky wife to a chandelier. Why do these people look happier than me? Maybe that's the secret to life. Till death do us part. Speaking of marriage, congrats to this newly married couple, one whom had no idea he was married. I can't do this today. A woman named Kristen, was arrested after marrying her fiance without telling him. The story reads, Miss Kirsten was engaged to a man, not an object. That's your first problem. And he broke up with her. And she wasn't having that. So she did what any normal woman would do and went and got married without him. She found an ordained minister to marry her without her fiance being present, sent him a little care package, says here it was a Bath & Body Works gift bag. That place smells like a funeral home. And inside the gift bag was a marriage certificate. So when he opened his mail as a single man, only to find out that he's actually married. Now that house is not yours, it's also Miss Kirsten's. I imagine the breakup went something like this. Hey, Kristen, Christina. He doesn't know because he wasn't paying attention. I think you're crazy and we should see other people. Oh, wow, okay. Other people. You know what? I agree. And then she crosses her fingers and skips to the church. I bet the pastor that married them is also the pastor at Amy Wolf's church. The good news in this, men, women, we should be careful. We can just marry folks without them even knowing. Now Susan's out there financing a mattress and not making the payments and ruining your credit score. Now to take a break from good news, we're gonna rate some Tinder dating profiles. This is Latch. Latch says he loves to run. That's a 100 out of 10. Kiana, 22, no picture for this gal. She writes, on the topic of nude photos, I'd like to remind you of a little story. In 1912, a girl had a nude photo drawn in a sketchbook by a random dude that no one's ever heard of. The drawing gets locked in the safe on a boat, the boat sinks, and her nude picture still ends up on TV 84 years later. So no, I will not be sending nudes. Amen to this woman. There will be no Snapchatting, vanish mode, whatever you're using. Let me tell you something. If you had a man who's over, I don't know, can we say over 25 using Snapchat? That's a red flag. Real men keep their photos on the cloud, so when we go through their phone, we can still see them. I'm just kidding. Don't go through anyone's phone because you know the saying, if you're looking for something, you're gonna find it. 100 out of 10, Kiana, you're right. Trent here, 43. Here's a sentence I never thought I'd say out loud. I do like the way that man straddles that alpaca. Trent has fantastic biceps and hair, body, skin, nails. I don't even see the nails. I don't even care. Trent is looking for a crazy plant lady. Well, this is Beth. She is 23 and she writes, sometimes I wonder how mattress stores stay in business. They're everywhere, but the average adult buys a mattress like every 7 to 10 years? With high overhead costs and infrequent sales, how could they be making a profit? Like the Chewbacca defense. It does not make sense. If you have an answer, please message me immediately. Crazy recognizes crazy. In the slim case that you're watching, take it from me. We don't want to give them crazy all at once. You microdose crazy to them so you can be a little crazy and not crazy in like a negative way, crazy in a good way, like your mattress. And then each time we see the man, woman, whatever you're dating, you can give them a little crazy as time progresses. This may be a turnoff to some, but she makes a great point. When is the last time you bought a mattress? Beth is a gorgeous girl though. Love the haircut. She is a 10. This is Vanessa. Vanessa here is 19 and she writes, if what you look for is a girl with personality, then you're in luck because I have multiple. She looks like she would be fun or has a fun personality, or one of her has a fun personality. She's 50% fun. She's a 10. Oh my, we are being blessed by the heavens. This is Glenn. He's 23. He has a JCPenney glamour shot as his profile picture. Is that a Pegasus in the back there? Glenn has great teeth. He's a 12. Now back to the good news. This is something I'm gonna put on my bucket list. Buck Creek Streak in Chesney, South Carolina had a record-breaking year for their clothing optional 5K race. The first year of this race started with 25 participants, and now it recently had over 125 racers. The jingling and jangling that would be going on. I'm really heavily considering this. I'm just gonna spray LUME all over my body, lace up those sneakers, and hit the trails. So if anyone wants to do this run with me, don't look at me, but we can run together with our eyes closed. The registration opens Saturday, June 13th, 2026. So next year, if the world is still standing, I think I'm going to give this a go. My birthday's coming up, and every year on my birthday, I go through a mental crisis, and it's happening right now in real time. You're watching it unfold. I've kept it pretty tame this year. I haven't had any weird outbursts, not yet anyway. The stars haven't aligned just right. I don't know. Birthdays are weird to me because you kind of self-evaluate. Am I doing enough? Am I doing too much? How can I be better at my career, relationships? You start questioning yourself, and then on the top of your body hurting all the time, there's that. But this year on my birthday, instead of being in negative self-talk like normal, I've just been trying to find things that are crazy to do like this and just making a list and doing those things. Life is really short, so we should just do what we want to do. And if something like running a 5K without your clothes on, and I'm going to wear socks, I'm going to wear socks, makes you feel good, you should do that. Or putting nuts and bolts in your pocket and marrying a magic carpet ride makes you feel good, do that. Marrying someone without telling them, go girl. We should just do what we want to do because people are going to be people. They're going to judge you no matter what you do. Anyway, I'm fascinated by that. Couldn't find the winner of the race. Obviously, no pictures. You're not allowed to take your phone or camera there. It's a very private race. It's not a spectator sport. You can't come watch all these nude people, you freaks. Finally, a man that knows how to spoon. This man just earned his Guinness World Record for balancing 96 spoons on his body. Do you know how hard it is to balance one spoon on your body? Also important to note that this is his third time breaking this record. Reading this article really got me thinking about, well, Guinness World Records. Which ones could I beat? Probably none, but I'm going to be looking into that. Anytime someone attempts a world record, they have to contact the Guinness Book of World Records, and they will send out someone. They had a word for it. I forgot. Someone to judge or to make sure you're doing whatever it is you're doing correctly and it counts the time, whatever. Imagine that being your job and you have to fly out to watch a man stand half naked in his living room while his wife balances 96 spoons on his body. That may be better than the Nutmobile job. World records are just fun. Like a personal favorite of mine is the man who can throw the washing machine the furthest. How do you do that? Joel here put 187 candy canes in his beard. Or perhaps you might find interest in this Idaho man who scoops water with his hands into containers. The fastest. Nothing says fresh breath like poultry and plaque. KFC has launched a fried chicken flavored toothpaste. They've partnered with the company His Smile, and for $13 you can grab a tube. That is expensive. And if you really want to go all in or all out, for $59 you can get the bundle, the KFC electric toothbrush and the toothpaste. I can just see someone brushing their teeth with this, a man brushing their teeth with this, and going on a Tinder date with someone in a cult. She's a vegan. And he leans in for a little makeout sesh, and she loses her mind. She smells that 11 herbs and spices. There'll be no second dates. You'll have to resort to marrying your microwave. China has banned banks from luring customers with Labubu dolls. Anybody? If you're like me and don't get out much, these are stuffed animal dolls, bears on keychains. This is a keychain that looks like it came out of a claw machine. These are the thing to have right now, apparently. I don't know. I thought we were in a recession. But you have $400 to spend on a keychain? Can we just go back to these? Remember these little guys? In fairness, this is kind of like our Beanie Baby. If you're a millennial like me, we had Beanie Babies. Our parents, or in my case, parent, I don't know who my dad is. This is where we're gonna play the sad music. My parent swore this was how I was gonna go to college. Brittnee, that Princess Diana Beanie Baby in that glass case, and this T-Rex is gonna pay your tuition. Not to brag, but it took me over 9 years to pay off my student loans, and not any of those loans were paid off with a Beanie Baby. They were paid off with money I earned from a job. So the Labubu dolls are the new Beanie Baby. The good news in this is China said no more luring customers in to open a bank account in exchange for a keychain. When I first read this story, I was confused. Who in their right mind would open a bank account in exchange for a keychain? And then I remembered when I just turned 18 and I went to use my last $10 to get a root beer and gas. When I went to pay the man at the register, he said if I put it on a credit card that I opened up right then and there and got approved, I could put the gas on the credit card and get a free 2 liter of root beer. Say less. Without having any knowledge of how a credit card works, I opened up a credit card. I also drank the 2 liter of root beer in 1 day. And I also ruined my non-existent credit score in about 90 days. A homeless ghost had a better credit score than me. Do you know how long it takes to rebuild that? The good news in that is we can do better. We can teach our youth what a credit card means, that it's not free money. It's not a gift for being here. Oh, we're going to beam you down on this floating rock and give you a piece of plastic that's going to pay for everything, and you don't have to do anything in return. To wrap this up, we're going to read your good news from the comment box. So if you haven't already, make sure to leave a comment of some good news happening to you, or it doesn't have to be you. Could be your sister's brother's cousin's twice removed baby daddy's stepsister's son, cousin's baby's mama's sister. Could be her. If she has good news, leave that in the comment box and I'll read some of those in the next episode. From No Reply at All, 9. They have their own cleaning business and just completed a cleaning for a gentleman that passed away. RIP. He owned an adult store that went out of business and he stored all his unsold stock in his home. The good news is Christmas shopping is done. Listen, Deborah, I know you're a 32-year-old woman who really wanted a Labubu doll keychain to put on your fake Louis Vuitton bag, but how about a pocket rocket instead? Ryan Hubbard, what? Do we know each other in real life? Is this you? I'm on a bowling league and I bowled against Ryan Hubbard yesterday. This could be weird to see each other like this without my mullet. Ryan got accepted to join the softball team and is training for a big tournament coming up. Neptaco sent me $5. Thank you. Bonnie JC started senior water aerobics and she loves it. And also she's turning 62 in July. Me too. I mean, I'm not turning 62, but my birthday's in July. I'm a Cancer, a crab of the zodiac. Do you also cry a lot? Beth 71249. Her daughter's going to UGA. Go Dogs. Sad news, she's gonna miss her. But the good news, Beth, the cafeteria there, 10 out of 10. They've got a pizza bar, a smoothie bar, a salad bar, all you can eat hamburgers. Last time I was there, I had 5 hamburgers and I put one in my purse for later. Veronica Renee XXOO finally found a man to put that front porch up. Now you hold on to that man because men who can do construction and stuff, they're gonna come in handy. You're gonna need them, but don't let them know that you need them. You know what I mean? This is a tough one. Linlan Wacklashard, 5356, lost 50 pounds. That is not easy and you should celebrate that, but not with cake. We should celebrate that with paint a picture or something. Scooby-Doo 67. Okay, fun fact, Scooby-Doo 67 was one of my very first subscribers. Thank you for sticking around for this. It's been like this, mostly like this, and then slingshotting backwards, but I'm doing my best with what I've got. Her lung tumor was reduced. Her chemotherapy and immune therapy are working well, so she's got some extra years to watch this mess. Kathy, or I call her C, which I've never asked you if that's okay if I call you C, but I like to call you C because you call me B, so it's kind of a thing. Gave in her notice at her job, praise the Lord. And she's just gonna chill till Social Security kicks in, go girl. That wraps up episode 4. Thanks again for being here. And I mean that. Like I lightly mentioned before, this channel has been a lot of things. It hasn't been one consistent thing. It doesn't follow traditional YouTube rules. I'm not really a rule girl. But this series has been a lot of fun for me. I know a lot of people don't like it or it's not what they signed up for. We want hair tutorials. Well, you can go to my hair channel where it's strictly hair tutorials. You can do that. They're boring, but they're straightforward. This is just gonna be fun. Whatever this turns into, we're gonna wrap it up at the end of the summer, but whatever's next is going to be fun. So I appreciate you letting me try this new type of content and listening to it, and I hope you like it. If I can do anything better, let me know. Definitely can't get much worse, so any tips on how to be better? But on a serious note, I can't do this without you. We're in a codependent relationship and we need each other. And again, thanks to LUME for letting me just be myself and not having to bend or flex into a mold. Say the right thing, do the right thing. Just letting me be me, which can be unpredictable. Maybe I also have 2 personalities. Anyway, I appreciate that. Being able to be myself, talk about a product I actually like, and it definitely helps this channel. So don't forget, again, leave your good news below. I'm gonna see you here every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, drink water, and drive slow.
Don't know if I should say, maybe it's nothing. Never mind, it's probably something cool. Don't know if I should say. Ooh, well, I just want to tell